I don't know if this is diabolical or not. Nobody has confronted me about it. So if y'all mad, y'all need to speak up.
I'm interested now. Likes are often for entertainment, but saves and shares are for utility.
Yep. I have gained in one night like hundreds of followers because someone with a larger following than me shared a piece of my content to their story.
One save is worth 20 likes.
Would you do that in person? Would you do that to them?
You would not.
Two people are talking to you, and you are ignoring them.
This is the point. That is a really good tip. We started off this series talking about your why, talking about making sure your why is something that is deep, that is germane to who you are. It unlocks, purpose and all these other terms. And we told people you don't want to root your why in vanity metrics. And I'm pausing because there's a very obvious pushback, but people are like, but they're not commenting, but I'm not getting the likes, I'm not getting the views. But how do I get those? Because it's still very much part of what we use as our key performance indicator.
Right.
And I'm gonna be honest, that is actually a major reason why people quit content is because they're not seeing what it is that everybody else says is success. And so in this episode, I want to talk through the whole concept. I want to call it silent majority. I want to call it about the lurkers. I want to talk about this concept of the people who are following and being impacted many times are not commenting.
Right.
They're not liking. And there is other ways that you can gauge those metrics in your content and things that you can actively ask your people to do that will help you to have a better indicator than just the thumbs up.
Right, exactly.
Because the thumbs up, it's elusive.
Yeah.
And it will lull you. Because, if you're getting the likes, that is actually also still false sense of security.
Yes. Yeah.
So on both sides, it can be, an interesting thing. So definitely want to unravel or unwrap that. That worked with a guy and he was in that same stretch, probably right where we are right now with the podcast. On my other channel, it's different because we're different phases, different seasons. But with the podcast, we're in that 100 and 150, 200 range, which you've got to know that's actually good,
right? Because
some people put out content and they get 9,
exactly,
or 2,
right.
and the 2
or
is
0.
them and their spouse. Okay, so
yeah.
But he was right in that range, and he was just frustrated. He's like, "Man, this is not working.
Right?
I'm seeing other people out here, and I feel like my content is better than theirs, and they're getting thousands of views." And so we began to just kind of tweak 1 or 2 of his CTAs. We talked about this in the last couple episodes, and the CTA wasn't about money. It was just like we did last episode. We asked people right there at the beginning, comment below and tell us what type of content you create. And you did that.
That's right.
Thank you. So we started to tweak some of his CTAs, some of the things that we're asking him to do, and the responses were crazy. People were like, "Oh yeah, that's why I bought your this. That's why I went here." And he's just like, "Whoa. I didn't." He wasn't making the connections to the things that were happening for him because he didn't see them as being the genesis of those things coming from his content.
Right.
And so being able to see those pieces, being able to put that puzzle together is very much what we want to help people to do with this episode. So with that, we're going to dive right in. This is the How It All Works podcast. I'm your host, Kirk Nugent. This is my lovely co-host,
Taina Nixon.
And I absolutely love that sweater. I just have to
shout out to my girl
in the middle of it.
I feel like I need
that's
to.
so dope.
I'm going to link her. I'll write it in the comments of the podcast.
Yes, we should.
The young lady that I got this from, she attended a conference that Kirk and I were both a part of putting on. And the shirt says, read it.
It's the new mercies every morning for me.
Yeah, period.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Come on.
And she has a bunch of really cool ones too, like HBCUs and Black Pride.
I just love how
like
it's not your normal typical screen print.
Correct.
It's
it's raised.
Yeah.
It's a good sweatshirt.
And it's that time of year.
I am sick. Disclaimer, everybody. And when I'm sick, I need to feel like cozy.
Yeah, you're like a blanket.
So that's why this was my first day wearing this. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. One of the things I want to say right here at the outset is vanity metrics versus bankable impact. likes are often for entertainment, but saves and shares are for utility.
Yep.
A quiet comment section doesn't mean a failing brand. Saves and shares. Talk us through what's a save and a share.
So your saves are, people can save videos. I hope you guys are saving videos, right? Like I think on almost any platform that you're on, you're able to save.
Watch later on
Correct.
YouTube,
on
but
YouTube,
on Instagram,
you can actually put it in certain
Yes, you can.
Actually, no. On everything now, you can put it on different
Absolutely.
playlists.
Yeah.
TikTok,
all of the platforms at this point.
Yeah, Instagram, everybody, everywhere you can do that. And so, people can save it to watch it later, to stitch it later. Sometimes people will stitch your stuff.
There you go.
Right. So saving will tell you a lot about what matters to people. Like it's not just what they like in the moment. They want to be able to come back to it.
Absolutely.
Which means they find it useful, entertaining, something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then what's the other one? Share.
Shares, yeah.
I think also goes a long way.
Yeah.
Like people sharing your content, number one, can tell you that, it mattered to me so much so that I wanted other people to see it. Right?
That's
They're
a big one.
either sharing it via DMs. They could be sharing it onto their stories, which is also very useful.
Ooh, yes.
Very useful because that's introducing you to the entirety of everybody who follows them.
Yeah.
Right? So I have gained in one night like hundreds of followers because someone with a larger following than me shared a piece of my content to their story. So good. Very useful.
And these are you really want to. You don't have to get technical. I want to say that to the audience as well. You don't have to get technical. You just need to be intentional about seeing what the activity is. Exactly. What is the behavior of your audience? If somebody saves that video, I want to say this. I don't know that this is a good rule of thumb. I'm just throwing this number out here, but I would say one save is worth 20 likes. That's me. That's just Kirk. I mean, somebody's gonna save the video.
Yeah.
Because I don't save. I mean, it's got to be at a certain.
It's got to be really good. Yeah.
It's got to be something.
Actually, it depends on the platform for me. On YouTube, I say very sparingly.
Very sparingly.
I even like very sparingly because I want my playlist to mean something as well.
Yes.
So I'm real stingy. I'm stingy on YouTube.
This is good. This is still very much insightful because how we approach these buttons are indicative of what your audience is going to do as well. There are people like you and people like me
who are very stingy. You're not going to just be saving stuff just to save it, clogging up my playlist.
The save for me is big. It's big.
Yeah.
The I'll give you the like.
I mean,
if on Instagram, Facebook, I'll give you the thumbs up. I'll give you the heart. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But on YouTube,
you know when I got
like.
a little stingy on Instagram.
Oh, really?
With the likes.
Okay, talk to me.
Because they show what you like to other people.
Oh no!
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you go on there, you'll see the floating, like the face of the person, and you see a heart.
Oh,
that means they liked it.
No, I don't want that.
That's part of my digital footprint.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Coming back to
I
reality.
may have thought your video was funny. Do I want my followers to know that I thought your video was funny? Do I want strangers to be like, "Is that?
Who's that?
Is that Taina?
Wait a minute.
Is that Taina?
Wait.
Don't you work at the church?"
Listen, and I was getting ready to say this exact thing.
Now I can't like your video. Because you wanted to be raunchy. It was funny. I'm not going to hold you.
I wasn't going to say Kirk.
Funny.
I wasn't even going to say Geek Speaker. I was going to say, is that Pastor Kirk?
You see what I'm saying?
That's what they will say. Oh, my word. I can't have that
get
bubble
caught up
floating.
like that. I'm sorry, friend. Your video was very funny.
Phenomenal.
I cried laughing about it.
Oh, my word.
And the way that you will know that I think it's funny, even if I didn't like it, I will save it to my funny folder.
Save to funny.
I will save it to my funny folder. People can't see what I saved. You can see it.
But I was going to say, there you go.
The creator
this
can
is my
see
point.
it.
The creator can see
The creator can see that I saved it.
That's it. And I think there's a couple of things here. One comment that I get all the time in coaching is, man, I'm not getting as much engagement like this. The last thing I posted had like 2 comments on there and that's it. Then in the session, I'll be like, oh, okay, let's take a look.
Let's look at,
And I go and I look at I pull up from my side, I pull up the actual post, and for sure, the person's not wrong. They're not lying to me. There's 2 comments there. Yeah. Here's the challenge. They haven't responded to either of those 2 comments.
Kirk, I was waiting for us to get to the comments.
They haven't responded to either of them.
Because it is my pet peeve. It is my pet peeve seeing you guys refuse to respond to the 2 people who took the time to comment on your video. That's rude.
On.
We talk all the time about what a big deal it is to have 50 people follow you, 100 people follow you, because if those people showed up to your house or whatever, ringing your bell, like, hey, we want to hear what you have to say, you'd be like, whoa, like, I didn't know y'all even
50 people outside.
I didn't know y'all even cared about me like that, right? So, okay, 50 people are following you. Yeah. Okay, but two people are talking to you. And you are ignoring them.
This is the point.
Would you do that in person? Would you do that to them?
You would not do that. Even if it was one person, you would stand and talk to them. You would respond. See, these are the behaviors.
That drives me insane. It makes me so upset. It makes me so upset.
And so, so in the coaching call, I will be like, so you don't want to respond to this guy?
Right. Because you could have had 4 comments on this video. Honestly, if you responded to the 2 people.
Because in my mind, I'm like, 2 comments, that means it's you plus one other. No. It's 2 other people. 2 individuals.
And then the more you comment,
come on,
other people will see that you answer, and they will also talk to you.
I can't tell you how many. This part kind of boggles my mind a little bit. It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine as well. People will watch my videos on YouTube and then DM me on Instagram. They do not want to talk.
They don't want to comment.
They don't want to comment on YouTube. They don't want it to be public. And unfortunately,
no, I think I get it, Kurt.
I get it, but
I think I get it. Everybody's not a public. We are public people. We're yappers. We don't really care.
So, but here's the challenge: why they're in my DM is because they want a private conversation, right? Okay. So they want to Nicodemus the thing.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of like, but you got to pay for Nicodemus, right? You got to pay for the one-on-one.
Right.
So, and I literally said to this one guy, I'm like, bro, ask this question on YouTube and I'm going to give you a 10-page answer because it's going to help my entire audience.
That's the thing. Sometimes
you wanting this.
Do you know what I've done in the past?
Talk to me.
I don't know if this is diabolical or not. Nobody has confronted me about it. So if y'all mad, y'all need to speak up.
I'm interested now.
But when someone has done that to me, I have screenshotted their question. And created another piece of content out of it. I took out any identifiers. I take out their name and I take out their picture.
No. That is a really good tip.
And it's for the reason that you said. It's for the reason that you said that someone else probably had that same question.
Yeah, I can. It's not even like a kind of. I'm talking about 100% of the time.
Yes,
that question that I get in the DM is. It could solve so many other. And in fact, it is such a window into what I may not have covered well in the video.
Exactly. That's why I do it. It's extending the life of my content because I'm like, okay, clearly there is a need that I didn't meet originally. And thank you for bringing it to my attention. I'm going to answer you, but I'm also going to screenshot this and send it.
So that's a really good reframe. I will try a hybrid approach.
Because sometimes I feel like people just don't want to be public.
They don't want to be public. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Now, if you know that they're trying to get over and low key have a coaching session via DMs, that's another thing.
No,
but
and I would say
that's what's happening to you.
70% of them are. Dang, that's exactly what it is. They're like, can we get on a call for 5 minutes?
No, my audience is not trifling like that, Kirk. I don't know what to tell you.
This is in the YouTube streets.
Y'all need to do better.
In the YouTube streets,
my people don't act like that. They don't act like that.
I ain't gonna lie. I wish I could tell you this is rare. No, this is at least once or twice.
You know what though? In y'all's defense, I'm going to defend you guys too.
Please.
Again, because I already defended y'all once by saying that maybe you don't want to be public. She's defending
y'all. She's defending y'all today.
I'm a great lawyer. Y'all need to pay me. The second defense is that sometimes if people are having the conversations with you in the DMs, it could also be because you're not having very many one-on-one conversations with them via stories. I talk to my audience a lot via stories
right.
And there was a time when, because right now I'm not even posting on my feed, but I just be on my stories talking to them, right? And then there was a time where I was when I was a full-time content creator, I would do Q&As, I want to say every Monday.
Oh wow.
And so that gave them plenty of opportunities to ask me the questions, and that also gave me opportunities to answer it for everybody to see.
Yeah.
So I would do the poll box in my stories and let them ask the questions.
This is so good. When we talk about bankable impact, this right here is gold. One of the things that my coach told me was you're going live too often. Yeah. And so I tried it. I tested it out way earlier, early summer. This is before we launched the podcast. I just didn't do live for a month.
Okay.
I got at least 4 or 5 hour-long consult sessions.
Whoa.
Now mine are not, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
So when I'm in the my first question for the consult is, so what made you book the consult? One guy said to me, he's like, when I came the second or third Wednesday and you weren't there, it just occurred to me like, oh snap, he doesn't have to show up. And I have truly appreciated you being a consistent place where I can answer my questions. And so honestly, I don't actually have a question. I just wanted to book the call to say thank you for how many other times you've answered my questions. So I'm saying, no, it's absolutely blow me away. Like, you want to see hairs standing up on I'm just like, what? And so clearly I went back to my coach and was like, okay, I'll just listen to you from now on.
Yeah. You got it.
But that kind of, so there is a balance.
There's a balance
to being too accessible. Correct. So correct. I think that there is it's a dancing game.
Correct. And I was going to say,
I do think you do want to be accessible.
Correct. But even the thing too, because as you were saying it, I was thinking about what's the difference. I feel like the difference is stories expire in 24 hours.
Boom. Lives do not.
Lives do not. Stories have the effect of like, just if you're here, you're here. If you missed it, you missed it. And like sometimes my audience, I think they enjoy that. Like we would be like I'd be like, if y'all missed it yesterday, sorry. Like I talked about this yesterday.
Too much.
I already said it. We're not going back.
And this is
if you missed it, you missed it.
This is part of the reason why I feel like Instagram doesn't automatically save lives.
Correct.
They
give
make
you
it
the
an option,
right?
And I never save it because I just don't like the way that it saves.
That it saves
I'd
on
much
there.
rather re-upload a clip.
Than to just save the entire live right there.
It looks blurry. It doesn't.
Sometimes it does because it's relying on the connection of your thing in that moment.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan.
But yeah, I've done lives where I have said in the live, I am not going to say this, and people would be in the like, please, I have to go like do whatever. Like my kid has to. I have to put my kids to sleep. I'd be like, you know what? As a mom, I do respect that. I do. I will keep it up until tomorrow morning. And then you have until tomorrow morning to watch it.
I'm pretty certain you remember during the pandemic we had the cafe.
Yeah.
No replay.
Yeah.
Like no replay.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of the success of that.
They know that if they don't catch it in that moment, then they're just gonna miss it.
It didn't matter what people were doing. People would jump on the live and be like, "I'm driving to Florida."
Right.
They would jump on the live and be like, "I'm in the hospital with a friend." They jump on the live doing all kinds of randomness, but they could not miss it because they knew if you didn't catch it.
And that's gone. I think the point of some of these features is like to foster community and like to have like face-to-face conversations with people. So I think that's huge.
And that is the reframe that we want you to walk away with in terms of these lurkers. I hate to call them lurkers, but they're not. There are. So okay. Here's another component, right? It's called the dark social funnel. And this is just a term, but it encourage viewers to ask for the share, not just the like, right? And so most sharing happens in the DMs and group chats, not on the timeline. And so you may, as the owner of the content, you can see that somebody has saved it. You can also see that somebody has shared it. But you may not be able to see like, okay, they shared it, but where did they share it? Like, I want to go to that post where they shared it and thank them for sharing it.
Right.
But sometimes that's not how they shared it.
Sometimes they shared it via DM.
Sometimes they shared it. This is the dark way. It's like it's in the dark. It's not in a place that you can actively
not a public
see.
Facing, like.
And this is what ends up happening a lot of times when I'm in a coaching session with somebody. We start to look at these analytics and they start to realize like there's actually a lot more movement and activity on there. You just can't see it.
Okay,
it's in the dark. And you're like, oh man.
Okay,
I didn't realize that they were sharing. Dang, that's how many times. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're just looking at the same numbers that the rest of us are looking at.
You know what else?
That's not good.
People sometimes share to their story without mentioning you.
Absolutely.
Like without telling you that they shared it.
They do.
And for example, on Instagram, you would have to click on your post and look for view story reshares. There's a button for that, and you can see.
That's not a number that you can that sits on the post itself.
Not in that. That will tell you that in that. Yeah. If the post is live, like within the first 24 hours that I would post something, if I know it's the shareable type of content, I would look at like view story reshares, and I would go and like those people's stories to let them know, like, I saw you share this. Thank you. Like, good looking out or whatever.
No, and that almost word for word, that is exactly what a lot of, in these engagements, this is what they want to do. It's like, man, I don't see anybody sharing it. I want to go and like that they shared it.
Sometimes
and it's like,
they don't share it publicly, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And I think there's something to be said for that kind of share.
Yeah.
I think it's
worthwhile.
It's absolutely worthwhile. Because the public share sometimes, man, I mean, I've seen people share things of my own. Like I'm doing a thing this coming week at a conference here locally, and I've seen random people just sharing the thing. No comment, no
That's
context,
what I was going to say.
nothing.
They don't tag you. They don't do anything. They just share it.
And I see the share and it was like, oh, okay.
I mean, thanks.
I am grateful.
Thanks, I guess.
But then I'm also kind of like, man, you didn't even say nothing. Like, man, I'm gonna go to this. Like,
right.
Oh snap! This is so dope. Like, nothing.
No, but Kirk, they are, again, in defense of my clients.
Come on.
They probably aren't even people who share very often, but they support you.
You're so
they support you, so they don't know what to say.
This is where
they don't know what to say.
I want people to really walk away from this saying, "Dang, there is a million ways that this content is having impact that I'm just not seeing."
Yeah.
And even for somebody like me who is having the impact, I still would want to see them do something
you
more.
Want to see,
but I
you're
gotta
greedy.
be grateful.
You're greedy, is what you
are. I want you guys to know that you are me. We are together. Okay, we're all greedy, and I'm speaking to that greediness right now. Don't stop. Don't quit.
Right.
Because you're not seeing the engagement that you want. Either you be the engagement that you want, because I'm gonna be honest with you right now, like the times when my content, here's a great story. I cover StreamYard content, and this has been a roller coaster. I've shared this before on the podcast in terms of they were one of my first brand deals before I even knew that a brand deal was a brand. Like, them hitting me up, I didn't even know to call it a brand deal. Yeah. So StreamYard was one of my first. Then the company got bought, and they went to bending spoons, and it's been a roller coaster. And so I've kind of been on the outs. I'm not in the beta program. I don't have insider information, even though a lot of my community thinks I do. I just follow their news updates, and I try to cover content from that perspective. So they had a new release that came out a couple weeks ago that I put a video out on, and then the video itself was out for a week or so, and then StreamYard hit me up. I have not had contact with StreamYard for years at this point.
Okay.
And so it's a whole new team over there. Some dude named Mateo hits me up and he's like, man, we'd like to take that video that you did on our latest feature and share it everywhere.
Nice.
I was like, oh,
whoa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes to that.
After a week.
Of the video being
up.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I said yes to all of the above.
Right.
They wanted to share. I mean, it's going to be in their toolkit, in their help documentation. Nice. I was like, yes,
go for it. Yeah.
And so now it's being shared, and people are seeing the share, and they're taking the screenshot and tagging like, "Yo, Steph, Kurt, you're sharing your stuff."
Yeah.
And this is what I mean when I say you never know how, because I didn't even know that they were seeing the content.
Right.
They didn't comment, they didn't like, they didn't share until they officially reached out and made sure they had permission to share. Okay. So there is there's both sides of it. Is what I'm trying to. Way. Yeah. There you go.
It can go either way. I think a big part of it, like you said, is to be looking for the engagement beyond just the public sphere.
Absolutely.
Look for who's liking it. Look for how long people are watching it too.
Ooh.
Like
look at all the metrics.
Look at all the metrics and take them in and take them for what they're worth. Like the metrics are telling you something. It's telling you somebody's sharing it. It's telling you that somebody liked it. It's telling you whatever. It's also telling you at what point maybe they were like, okay, that's enough for me.
Yeah. And at a certain point they're just like,
okay, I've
had enough.
And then you can take that information back. You know what? Maybe my videos don't need to be 60 seconds. Maybe 34 seconds is good. Like they all stopped watching it under 35 seconds. Like maybe the rest of it was
the data is where the information is. I think this is what you're always ahead of me in my notes, right? No, but this is a great thing. It's like, but there is a conversation that is still being had between you and your audience.
Exactly.
That's just based on them behaving the way that they normally behave.
Right.
Even if they don't comment, if they don't like, share, but you being able to look at the analytics, your audience is still giving you information.
They're giving you information.
Just like you said, I mean, if everybody's stopping at 34 seconds, it's like, maybe I should just make the video 34 seconds. And where did you get that information from? You got it from your audience's behavior.
Yeah.
And you are getting that information, but for many of us, we're not looking.
Right. Because all we see is the vanity metrics, and that's all we care about.
That's the piece. And I'm guilty. I want to be clear.
We've all been there.
We're all there. So don't feel like, oh, these guys are coming down. No. We've all been there, and that is a whole thing. Where that whole StreamYard story is concerned, I'll add this piece as well. And maybe this is a hack for somebody out there. But one of the things that I think caused them to relook at my content is my engagement in their community.
Okay.
So I never shared my content in there.
Okay.
I just didn't engage. Now, this is a tactic that I do train people. I've said this to many a coaching client. Mm-hmm. Find the groups that your content is for.
Okay.
Go in there and be
engage.
a loud presence. Not just, hey, come watch my stuff. Hey, book a session with me.
That's an excellent point.
No. Go in those groups and be present.
Yeah.
Be present. Share your, like, I can't tell you how many times in the eCam community, which is different, okay? In the eCam community, I'll answer somebody's question, and underneath my answer, somebody will say, you do know Kirk has like 10 videos on this thing.
Oh, wow.
And then the person who asked the question is like, man, why didn't you just say that? I don't share my own videos.
Right.
Yeah,
but shout out to y'all for
videos, but hey,
thank you.
If they're gonna share, fine
go
with me.
for it. Yeah,
and then that person comes over
to your
and then guess who's in that comment section on YouTube?
Right.
I'm responding to every single one.
Exactly.
And people have told me in coaching calls, like, the reason why I subscribe to your channel is because your comments had responses.
Right.
And the bigger guys that I found,
I don't know how many times I have to tell creators.
We keep on circling back to the same thing. We have to say it, though.
Such a pet peeve of mine.
I don't know how you don't respond to comments.
I don't know if it's because I was trained under the Maddie James school of thought. Maddie James is a pretty big creator in like the lifestyle space. Yeah. And I've done her coaching programs and stuff over the years. And I don't know when Maddie sleeps because she be responding. And now that she's a much bigger content creator, I'm sure that there's only so much responding she can do on certain posts. But I mean, back when I started following her in like 2019, 2020, she was every single person. She would respond to you, and she would reply to you by name. She'd be like, thanks, Taina. I so appreciate that.
Now, I'm not going to lie. That's not something I ever plan to outsource. And I
don't want to.
People have said to me, like, but what happens when you get, too big? I'm like, I'm going to have to figure it out.
I'll figure it out. I'll do my best. Because
I don't see how I can.
People are. I feel like I owe them. Like I said, if someone's talking to me, I wouldn't ignore them in real life. So as much as I am able, I'm going to respond. And I remember there have been videos that have gone like viral for me as a small creator that I was like, okay, I actually can't keep responding to all these things. Yeah. So I just put a comment. I put a comment on my own post, and I was like, thank you guys so much. I cannot respond to all of your, them. But I appreciate you all so much. Like, I see your comments. I'm reading them as they come into my notifications. I love you guys. Like, and I mean it. Boom. And at least they know, like, I'm seeing it and I'm responding to it.
I think there's, even in those instances, there are some comments, like if I have a ton of comments on a post, there are comments that I will respond to because they warrant a response. But if somebody's like, yo, this is dope.
Right.
I'm not going to respond. Like, hey, thanks.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. It depends on the type of content it is, how many comments there are. But like we were talking about before, if you have 2 comments, you can respond to them. 2 comments.
You can respond.
You should be responding.
And I never close the loop on a comment.
Right.
So if somebody says, hey, this is dope. Hey man, thanks so much for the comment and support of the channel. Which part stood out to you?
I learned that from one of my favorite creators too, Isis Brianna. Because the first time that I responded to something on her post, I think she was like, oh, thanks so much, Taina. And I had said something maybe about something I read or whatever. She followed up on that, and then we started having a conversation.
Full on back and forth.
And I was like, I like this girl. Like, she is dope, And then for years, I followed her. I've paid her for her stuff. Like, you're building relationship with people.
There's so many. Content creation is not like Hollywood or anything like that. These are real people.
Correct.
Even if they have hundreds of thousands of followers, these are still real people, everyday people. And for many of them, they don't feel like they're superstars.
Right.
They still feel like they're regular, everyday people. And for those, in my opinion, that are successful, they still see it as, you have given your time.
Exactly.
And I am super appreciative.
Exactly.
And so I definitely comment. There's some people that I follow that have ridiculous following.
Yeah.
And they respond, especially if it's a substantive comment.
Exactly.
Now that's a whole nother
That's another thing. That is another thing.
A whole nother
that
thing.
Is another thing.
All right, let me see if we can finish this thing out now. Building trust in silence. Yeah. Silent followers are filling their trust buckets.
Yeah.
They need consistency, not just noise, to eventually convert.
Right.
I'm going to say it again. They're filling their trust bucket.
Right.
And we talked about this, having these kinds, several types of interactions for a certain amount of hours, for a certain amount of times before somebody actually trusts you. You don't know where people are in that.
I just watched a video today of two guys. It was really fascinating to me. They were analyzing the trajectory of Jackie Ina's career.
Yeah.
And they went all the way back from 2009, and they showed clips from her makeup videos when she was sitting on the floor and like doing her makeup and whatever, all the way up until she launched her brand and like whatever.
Now she's got her own.
One of the lines that they said that really resonated with me, they were like, likability, trust, those things, they compound over time.
Oh,
so she's been doing this for like 15, 16 years now, consistently.
There it is.
Showing up for years. And so by the time, like when she first launched, it was like this small thing. She did like a little eyeshadow palette with one company.
Oh my word.
Then the next year, or a couple years later, she did 5 makeup brushes with one company. Now, I was watching that whole time.
Come on.
I didn't buy either of those, right? But my trust was growing, right, over time.
See?
By the time she came out with her highlighter palette, or her highlighter with artist whatever, I bought that and I still have it to this day.
Boom.
It's the only highlighter I use.
And it's your trust bucket.
It compounded over time. That's right. The trust bucket filled over time until I was like, I am ready to actually spend money on this. And to this day, I don't think there's another like person that I follow, a makeup person that I follow, that I have purchased anything.
But how many comments did you put along the way? See, this is the part where,
do you know, prior to that, to me making that purchase, I don't know if I ever commented.
There we go.
I don't know if I ever commented on Jackie's stuff.
This is what I'm talking about.
I don't remember commenting on her stuff prior to that.
This is such a great example. I don't need to.
I don't think
as your trust bucket was filling, you were quiet.
Correct.
You were silent. You know
what I will say though?
Building trust in silence.
Jackie is a way bigger creator now than she was when I purchased that.
Yeah.
And last year I commented on something and she actually engaged with me.
Come on,
last year,
about that.
2024.
Come on, talk about that.
I know because I screenshotted it. I was like, not Jackie talking to me. Not we're best friends.
How about
we're besties.
We go back.
We go way back to 2000. Y'all don't even know it's my girl. But my point, I was like, you know what? I'm really impressed with her actually still engaging with us in the comments.
Real.
And sometimes Jackie Ina, Kev on Stage, there are certain large creators.
Wow.
Their comment sections are like also just as good as their videos because they're being hilarious in there.
Agreed.
They are like
the gold is in the comments.
It's in the comments.
Oh gosh,
yeah.
We were supposed to do a comments.
We
episode,
were.
And I repent. We will do this. We will do this. We will do this. But you've made my entire point. Though.
Yeah.
Building trust in silence. I don't have to say anything else. Yes, they're
it
quiet.
Compounds.
Yes, it's it's 100 views. But let me be clear. I don't know what your goal is, right? But let's say, just for instance, you have a service or you have a product and you'd like people to buy. If the 100 or so people decided to buy that product, would you be happy about that? Absolutely, yes. And this is what I'm saying. You just be consistent. Just continue putting out the content. Tweak where necessary, right? Go into analytics and figure out what is happening.
I was going to say that.
There you go.
When it comes to, if you want, you can actually do things to help people engage with their content more than they are.
Ding, 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 ding,
I remember when I realized the kind of content that I was sharing on my stories, I should probably be creating some of that content too. So instead of just a picture, and my captions are really good, I should repurpose my captions into text photos.
Yeah.
Because people will share that before they share like a picture of you and your kid with a really good caption on it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people will do that, but it's rare.
Yeah,
Most people though, if the word is the post, they will share that post.
Oh man,
do you see what I'm saying?
Gold. Yeah.
So once I noticed that, I started putting those out
what
like every
week. What are the
week.
types of things you share, and
are you creating that kind of content that would make somebody share it?
Yo. Let us know in the comments. That one is a great one for you to engage around.
Yeah.
What kind of content do you share? And then answer the question, are you creating that kind of content?
Right.
Yes or no? Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
And don't go look at my page to see examples of that. I haven't done that in a long time. You would have to scroll back. Well, you can scroll back.
But go look at our page and send her a DM because, you know, somewhere around here,
I would love to chat.
Put our handles. But my point is simply, these are some of the things that you can do in your content to engage people a little bit more. Mm-hmm. What are the types of things that I'm engaging with? Can I add a version of that with my own flavor and flair on it to my own content? What are the types of things, call to actions that I actually respond to? Right. And I'm not talking about money, y'all. I want to be clear. We're just talking about engagement. We want to talk about engagement. We're talking about, you know, tag a friend who has such and such. Whatever. What does that look like? What does that look like? What is that? Because that's the other thing too. Sometimes I'm in these coaching sessions and it's like, but you want engagement, but you haven't actually asked them to do anything. Like there's no question.
Sometimes people don't think to do it until you say it.
Yeah. No. And this is another reason why a big thing, I don't do it as much, but a big thing is asking people to subscribe at a certain point in the video. Right. Because you'd be surprised how many people watch consistently, but because you're not in the habit, and I'm not, of saying, hey, you know, hey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
I bring him up all the time, but it's because he does it well. Kev on stage has no problem asking. Hey, man. He will ask you, and he did. He asked me until I gave him that funky $5 for his Patreon. I've been watching that man for years. I paid to go to his his show when he came here to Huntsville.
Yeah, the one.
I went to his show at the Comedy Club. Oh man, I still was not paying him $5 for that Patreon.
Dang.
And then last summer he was like, "Come on, some of y'all been watching for years, and y'all watching for free. Y'all don't want to put in on y'all can't put down funky $5. You can't put down $5." I was like, I could put down $5.
But see, this is it's so good. Even Kev on stage at that level had to do.
Who are me?
Exactly.
Who are me to think that I'm above asking for engagement, the subscription, the Patreon?
No, you've got to ask. You want the engagement, but you're not asking anything. Yeah. You want the engagement, but you yourself are not.
You know what it is?
You don't have no tendency.
You know
to
a part
engage.
of it?
Come on.
Because I know this, guys. I know this. Again, my clients. I'm defending you. It is scary to ask for engagement and then nobody, because sometimes people won't respond, right? So you could be like, drop a whatever in the comments if you feel what I'm saying. Crickets. That's embarrassing. And I feel you on that. Yeah, I think we just have to be willing to be embarrassed.
It is. Especially like I can't tell you how many Zoom, type engagement presentations I've done. And you're just like, yo, drop a Y, you know what I'm saying? And you're looking at it.
Drop a whatever in the chat.
Oh, I guess that one didn't land, huh?
They're not dropping anything.
This is why I do, in a lot of respects, I have such huge respect for comedians because what they do and how they do it is a blueprint for life,
It's so vulnerable.
Oh my God.
It's very, very vulnerable.
Very, very vulnerable. Okay, there's one more here. We've got to figure this out. The DM me call to action.
What? Are you pro or anti the DM me?
So I'm pro.
Okay.
I'm pro.
Yeah.
But you've got to give them something to do. So
that's true.
Like just, hey, drop me a DM. No, but you got to give them something to do. It's got to have something substantive around it.
Yes.
I do I put up a reel yesterday talking about the digital footprint. I was like, if you want to get a checkup, DM me checkup. Exactly. And for sure,
I was about to say that has worked for me a lot by giving somebody a very specific thing to say, or by asking a very specific person to DM me. Like it's not a general anybody and everybody DM me. It's like if you are a mom who is looking for direction on how to find her passion,
boom,
shoot me a DM.
Because they self-identify.
Correct.
And raise their hand.
Yeah.
By DMing you. Right. And I think that's, to me, the better scenario.
Correct.
So the reason why I kind of paused when I first said it is because of what we talked about earlier. I am not a fan of, because if I'm on a platform, don't go to another platform. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing for me. It's like, come on,
it's because you post so much of your stuff on YouTube.
It's so true.
So then, YouTube doesn't have a direct message.
No, they don't. They're talking about it.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I don't think they should.
I don't think they should either.
I don't think they should.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's just so many different ways.
Yeah.
The truth is, even for. And so if that is the case, if you're going to DM somebody, you're DMing them because you want to do something off platform with them. I get that part, because some DMs I get on Instagram or wherever else, I'm okay with them.
Yeah.
Because they're about their business.
Right.
When I was doing the Coaching Corner, which is a live show, and it was a live coaching experience that people could sign up for, and you could get a half hour of coaching for free.
Oh.
But you had to do it live.
Okay.
So you know how many people, like, that show was a lightning rod. Like, how many people would DM me and say, hey, I just want a coaching session because I don't want to be live. Like, they loved, because it was like such a huge proof of concept, right?
Wow.
I'm just giving y'all free game right now. So like, people would watch the show and be like, this dude could absolutely solve my problem.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that.
I'd rather pay him.
I'd rather pay.
And that's
did.
Real. That is so real.
Yeah. And they did, and I'm glad that they did, because in several instances we probably couldn't have talked about some of the stuff that they wanted to talk about live.
Right.
Because people have some interesting channels out there. I was just gonna pause there.
Yeah.
But these are people who hit me up from that perspective. Let's go.
Yeah.
If you're about your business, drop me the DM.
Right.
But if you want the free.
Right, in the DM.
Let's make it work for both of us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to help me more if it's on the channel.
In the comment section. Go ahead and
real talk, I love what you shared earlier. I probably will screenshot that bad boy. Maybe I'll exclude their name.
Don't do them like that. Maybe. Exclude their name. Exclude their name. Only time I leave the name in is if I know who they are and I know that they're okay with it, or they're a friend of mine and I'm calling them out.
Now, let me say this as we land, because you do know that in the DMs, if you don't follow me, we're not friends. It's
sometimes
in like this whole purgatory area.
We talked about that.
Yeah, you're lost. And so I go into this request area, and it's like a black hole.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in there. You're wading through all kinds
of nonsense in there. You know,
that's where all my sugar daddies reside. Like, I read their messages, but I leave them in there.
Leave them in there.
Yeah.
Please leave them in there. Yeah. But that's why I'm just kind of like, man, you waded into this muck,
right?
Just to ask me for a free joint. Just comment. Good night. So those are the things I'm always tickled about. But I hope that somewhere in the course of what we shared today, it's becoming clear. Consistency. I know it's not sexy. I know it's just like,
it's hard.
It's vanilla. It's like oatmeal. It's like, oh gosh, are you gonna say consistency again? But this is the thing. This is the main ingredient for success when it comes on to content.
Yeah,
it's consistency, y'all. It's just keep showing up. And yes, you may not get the engagement you want. So be the engagement you want.
Right.
Be active. Go into those groups where you know your content would kill. But don't just go in there and start advertising. Like, hey, come watch my stuff.
Right.
Go in there and I went in a group where I could absolutely spend an hour and answer all their questions. You know what I did in that group? I asked a question. But the way that I asked the question forced several people to rethink what they were doing.
Right.
And they were like, man, I can't thank you enough for that question. It really kind of helped me. What do you do?
Glad you asked.
Got him. I'm a content coach.
It's a little something.
One person comments, he's like, man, I just looked up his handle, because my handle's the same on everything.
Right.
This guy's so, but my point is, if you're not showing up in those spaces, like some people have already done the work for you. There are groups out there like you do. I don't know if you still are doing mommy content, but there are a ton of mommy groups out there.
So many of my followers came from engaging in like Black Mom's blog and all of those spaces.
Absolutely.
and not just me waiting for them to follow me. I was following them too. Like if I thought their content was good and I found it useful or whatever,
take something that they do, you share it on your platform as well. Absolutely.
And like some of them have become my real life friends. Like we have visited each other. I invited one mom and her son to Theo's baby blessing. She invited me to her child's baby blessing. Like we built. It's for real about community, guys.
I recently joined Kenny's group, Huntsville Content Creators. Yeah. And those are real people. And they have real life meetups. Absolutely. Like I've been to actual meetups with those girls. Like we meet up, we make videos together, we all post each other. Like it's a real thing. So and what's the Bible say? If you want to he who wants friends must first show himself friendly.
you know, you got to do that.
That is part of the tension. That's maybe even a missing ingredient. If you're not getting the engagement that you want, first of all, engage with those who are actually engaging. He who wants
engagement must first engage.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And please I know we don't want to go back and beat a dead horse, but if you're getting comments, please respond.
Please respond to your comments. Be People are trying to.
In your comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to talk to you.
That's gold.
Reply.
That's gold. Man, this has been another episode of the How It All Works podcast, man. I really listen. I hope you could feel it in the conversation. We want to see you win. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you kill it.
Yes.
I truly believe that content is the missing ingredient for you to not just meet your goals but exceed them.
Yeah.
Like, you could absolutely 10x what you're doing if you find the right rhythm with content. And as the year comes to a close, I know I'm dating the content by saying that, but as the year comes to a close and you're getting ready to go into 2026, man, the next best thing for some of you might be to just get on a call with somebody like Taina, get on a call with somebody like me to figure out what is that strategy and what does that plan look like for 2026. And so I'm challenging you to do that. Drop a comment below. Let us know if that's something you're interested in. We'll leave some links in the description. And in family, we will see you in the next one.